Look, Ed,
Yes,
the
sir.
Steelers have been making a lot of moves in the
Yes,
past
they
couple of
have.
days. It's a lot to get to. Herbig, Darnell Washington,
Mhm.
Joey. We gotta talk about it all.
Oh, wait a minute. Did something just happen recently, Joey?
No, I mentioned Joey
Oh,
because
oh,
his is coming.
it's coming. Right, right.
Yeah, his is definitely coming.
Hmm.
But how much is the
Hmm.
big kick? Because I
Hmm.
know you're not a Porter dude, eh? So you know we got to get into. You know we got to, right? But before we get into this right here,
Hmm.
I like to be gracious as the host of this show.
Hmm.
As far as moves the Ravens have made, fill us in. What's going on in the black and the
Okay.
purple
Yeah,
and white?
everybody's talking about the players that we lost. And Neil, I don't mean any harm. They
Mm-hmm.
make Isaiah Likely sound like we lost Rob Gronkowski.
Right.
He's a good player. But
I
you know
know.
what? I'm not even going.
He's at the.
Um,
He went to Harbaugh
we
to the Giants, right?
he went with
Did
Harbaugh to
you?
the Giants.
Yeah.
That's
And you
fine.
know who else likely? Likely. Our older brother, Big Percy. He liked them Carolina boys, and you know
Mill,
where he's
I'm
from.
well, actually, Mill, I'm telling you, it's a race thing, and it kind of heads into the same direction as the Lamar thing. Mill, if I'm telling you right now,
Okay,
if
I'm listening.
Isaiah Likely was white, there is no way the black community would be in such an uproar about him leaving.
Ed, you
There is no
starting the
way. I don't want to
show?
hear
You starting the show with that kind of fire?
it. I'm telling you, Mill, it's about the color,
You
but
know
I'm not even
me.
going to wait.
I'm not even gonna trip like I avoid a racial
Right, right.
component to any
That's what it
sport.
is. That they want that entire 53-man roster to be African American.
That's not gonna happen.
Personally, you know me, Neil. The only color I care about is that gold Lombardi trophy that I
I
want to
got
be
you.
holding.
I
The
got you.
gold is the color I want. But
I hear
anyway,
you.
I'm not.
I hear you.
So we did pick up the
I got
safety from the Patriots, who was on their strong safety in the Super
you.
Bowl.
Who?
What's his name? Jalen Hawkins.
Y'all got
Yeah,
Hawkins?
yeah,
I
we
didn't
got
know
him
that.
at a real reasonable.
I didn't
I
know
think
that.
he's, I think he's kind of pissed too about not getting any big offers. So I
Was he
like.
in his rookie contract and the Patriots just couldn't bring him back?
mm,
Or
he's
he's been in
young.
the league for a little while?
He's not. I'm pretty sure he's less than 28. I got to check and see how old he is. Um,
No, not
but
his age. How many years he's been in the league?
oh, okay.
So,
I'm honestly not sure. I
okay,
just
all
was
right.
excited. I just was excited to get him. Um,
Yeah, I mean, the Patriots' safety room last year was like really good.
he he
So, yeah, yeah, yeah,
he
yeah. I
he's gonna
totally get
like
it.
it here, and he's another one that's gonna like playing for Jesse Minter.
So, y'all got
So also you
Hawkins and uh, the boy that gives the Steelers a hard time, the boy from Notre Dame. That's y'all safety room right now.
oh Hamilton
Yeah,
and
I can. I always forget his boy's name.
yeah, and
Hamilton.
Malachi Starks.
No, Stark's a cornerback, right?
No, he's a safety.
So that's
He's
your
the free
safety room.
safety. Hmm.
That's pretty good
So
safety room.
so the corners you talking Owuze, the guy that they got from the Titans, he had a pretty good year,
And the
except for when
Bengals
he
before
slipped
that.
and fell, in that play against Calvin Austin. Other
And
than
be
that,
honest with you, he's been slipping and falling a lot
other than
lately.
that, he had a good year. Um, you still
Well,
got Marlon
DJ
Humphrey.
torched him a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Metcalf torched him a little bit. Okay,
Um,
but I
so
got
we
you. I
still got
got
Marlon Humphrey, and we
you. Yeah,
got the skinny one, Nate Wiggins.
Nate,
So
Nate the
so the
Great.
secondary, I'm not worried about.
Okay,
So we got
okay.
Hawkins. We signed Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, I get y'all got
Mhm.
Hendricks.
Okay.
Okay,
And we signed a guard. We actually brought him back, John Simpson. He's okay. We needed to beef up the interior a little bit
absolutely.
oh, and we just brought back a couple of weeks ago, Calais Campbell. And people can make fun of his age, Meal. It's just like Cam Hayward. You
Yeah,
can
I
you
was
can
gonna
call
say
him
the same thing.
you can call him old. So if he's so old, how come he keep knocking these offensive linemen all over the place?
Straight up the head. All
Right.
right. Is a defensive line is one of these positions that are just ageless. Because I'm be honest with you, I remember listening. I think it was Warren Sapp say he could have still played for a little
Who
while.
who?
Warren Sapp say
Oh
he
yeah,
in the
yeah. He
interview
could have he could have kept playing.
for a little while longer, but the money wasn't there, and he's not going to get beat up. And you on the front lines,
Hmm.
the trenches, for
Hmm.
this amount of money back then.
and and your body too, Mill, their bodies, they all the work, all the damage happens up there. Aaron Donald absolutely could have kept playing. He said he was
Yes,
tired of getting triple teamed.
he
It is
he
not fair. It's just like fighting against three guys.
Aaron
So
Donald when they won the Super Bowl didn't win the Defensive Player of the Year that year. He won it the year before that,
hmm
if I'm
hmm
not mistaken. So he's
hmm
coming off of a DPOY,
hmm
won the Super Bowl, and retired.
hmm
I think the
hmm
boy could have straight kept
hmm
balling
well, no, he played one, I want to say he played one more year.
after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
At
I
least
stand
one more
corrected.
year, and then
I
he
stand
retired.
corrected.
Then he was
That's
like,
fine.
I can't do this
Well,
anymore."
if that last year after Super Bowl was still balling,
Hmm.
I don't care what the stats are. If you
He
getting two men every down, you a bad man.
he could suit up right now, absolutely. So these
Exactly.
defensive, Jeffrey Simmons, Keenan
Mm-hmm.
Williams. Cincinnati got Dexter Lawrence. So anyway, those are some of the moves. We got Calais, we got Simpson, we got Hawkins, Trey
Mm-hmm.
Hendrickson, and again, we addressed the needs. Look, Mill.
Mm-hmm.
We had a hard time stopping the run last year. That is unacceptable for a Ravens team.
It is.
So for
It is.
all these Ravens fans worried about us losing Keaton Mitchell, and we lost our punter, and
And
we
don't
lost
say
the
his name like that. He's
and
an
and
NFL
look, man,
player.
we lost our fullback, and we lost Isaiah Likely. All of these guys contributed to a team that went 8 wins and 9 losses last year. So I don't want to hear it.
But now, Ed, in their defense, they were also on a team that went 12-5
Okay, that's
and
true.
13-4.
That's true. But you
They
have
the
to
same
admit
players.
that's they. I'm not trying to demean any of them, but Isaiah Likely is not going to be lining up against the center and stopping the run anytime soon.
Right.
We need to stop the run, and we need to run the ball. Derrick Henry has put up 2 tremendous years, and he hasn't even had the greatest blocking in the world.
I know. I know.
And
If he gets some maulers in front of him, we may have to petition the NFL to get 12 men on the field.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you
I
see the
got you.
point.
I
The
hear you.
Ravens are one of those teams that addresses needs, not just what the fans.
Right.
So
I got you.
those are those are what I would say are the major moves that we had as far as adding free agents.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. Of all the teams that I can question for front office, the Ravens are never that team. I'll be honest with you. I know internally, obviously, you, Sean, nephew, follow them a little closer internally. I follow them,
Hmm.
but more on the external level. When the Ravens make a move, I'll be like, "Oh man, that's so stupid."
Right, right, right.
I'm sorry, I don't. Y'all been. This is y'all 30th year,
Hmm.
96 to 2026, maybe 30-31. Who's doing
Hmm.
the math?
Hmm.
And all I've seen, with the exception of a few blunders,
Hmm.
great move, great move, great move, great
Hmm.
move. And you just hit me with the Patriots safety. I didn't know y'all got. He was in a
And
Super Bowl in February
and
with
Mill,
us.
see, quiet moves like that. Now, and Mill, this is why Kyle Hamilton got a little frustrated when we started off slow last year, and he called Ravens fans spoiled. He really shouldn't say that. You can't win those battles against the fans. It's true. It's a fact.
A little
But
condition,
but
as
but
Jackie says, condition, not
but you
sport.
shouldn't say it. So sure enough, a few days later, he had to apologize.
You
Oh,
played
okay,
the
you stuck your
political
foot in your
game,
mouth.
right?
You know. But
Right.
but but
I
it's true.
remember that.
Ravens fans are spoiled because it's no different than coming from a good family. You expect your parents to do the right thing. So
Right.
you come from a good family. And say,
Right.
oh, what do you mean there's no dinner here tonight? Yeah, that
Ed,
happens with other kids whose families are whose parents are getting high or out here in the streets or whatever.
right.
So
Right.
so it's the same
Hey,
thing.
did we miss any meals, Ed? I don't think
when
so.
you're when when your
He didn't.
team
I'm just
when
saying.
your team has expectations,
Hmm.
then that's I don't know any other way to say it.
Right. I remember listening to it was either Kobe or Mike. I'm gonna go shift a different sport. It's the parlay piggyback on your expectations,
Hmm.
um, or it could have been Tom.
Hmm.
Could have been somebody, and they were like, expectations are what you want. When you are, he didn't mention any specific team,
Hmm.
but when you go into the off season and the regular season and you don't have an expectation, that's awful. To
Right.
just play the game and take all the
Right.
bumps and bruises
Right.
and
Right.
not be expected to win.
Right. Right.
Expectate. I remember listening to Greg Maddox, pitcher of the Braves,
Hmm.
and they had won the National League East for like the 12th straight time, something
Yeah. Yeah.
ridiculous.
Hmm.
Now, this year they lost the World Series,
Hmm.
but they won the division with like 10 games to go.
Hmm.
And they spilling champagne and, getting it all in their hair. And they interviewed Greg Maddox. And this is what Greg Maddox had to say. Said, Greg, you just won the National League East for like the 10th, 11th straight. Yeah, yeah. What are you going to? He's like, we expect to win. We're not work. I'm not even going to say we're necessarily working harder. I'm not saying our coaches are better. Personally, we winning is an expectation.
Expectation.
We just expect to win the National League East,
And
and then
Mill,
after that, we'll take it from there. And I
thank you.
appreciate.
That's what I was going to say. Nobody's saying your team has to win the Super Bowl or the World Series every year. Nobody
Mhm.
wins it every year.
No,
But you should be in the hunt. You
right.
should be relevant.
Hmm.
You shouldn't be Cleveland and having a defensive player of the year and then have to trade him because he's frustrated because you can't get the rest of the team right. That can't happen.
I can't
So
wait to get into that.
so
Oh,
so so
right.
defensive player of the year.
I know. I
And
know.
then you have to trade him the year after he wins it. Okay, that's the organization that doesn't have
That
expectation. Well, no, I take
expectation.
that back. They expect to lose, and they're gonna finish in last place again this year.
They are. They are. They are. Actually, be honest with you, Ed. With Miles Garrett, they only
They
won
used to
four
finish in
games the
last place
past two
again. Miles Garrett.
years.
Exactly. My
They
point
won
is
4-13 with him.
exactly. If they win 4 games, it's a miracle.
But they got this boy Jared Verse.
Yeah,
Now,
he's good.
Ed. Now I remember Verse at Florida State.
Okay.
They had two different kind of edge rushers.
Mm-hmm.
Miles Garrett was just kind of put his hand in your chest and just kind of crack your sternum and bull you to death. Verse is the same way, but Verse got some move. Verse
Mm-hmm.
is more like a Will Anderson from
Okay.
the
He's a poor
Texans.
man's Anderson. Okay. Yeah, I can see
Right.
that. I can see that.
Poor man's, that's fine. I can get with
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he's as good as Miles Garrett because Miles Garrett is one of the best defensive
Mm-hmm.
players in
Mm-hmm.
the game.
They
Or
had to
best
get they had to get a player. They had to get a
something
good
for
player.
him.
And he's young too. He's only 25.
He's
Now,
several years
Emil,
younger
the
than
only thing I
Miles.
was saying, and I said this about Cleveland a couple of years ago. I saw this day coming. You
Right.
keep losing and you only have one valuable thing. You're going to have to trade him. Now, I was saying that a couple of years ago, and I think they could have got 3 first round picks for Miles Garrett.
They
So,
got a
so,
1
so,
in 27, a 2,
and a
and a
three.
3.
So technically, they only got 1 first round pick.
Right.
So,
So
so
the
I
Rams made
understand.
out basically.
Mill,
Okay.
if the Rams wouldn't have took Ty Simpson, if they would have took the guard that we got, that monster offensive guard that we got, I still forgive me, I still can't really pronounce his name, but you know who I'm talking about. This killer, right guard, the offensive guard
For
that we got.
Cleveland, who you talking
No,
about?
that we drafted. His last name begins with the letter I.
For what team, man?
The rape, we drafted him, and
What round?
our first pick, the offensive
Oh,
guard. You was telling
Vega.
me, yeah, Vega,
Ione Vega. Okay,
Vega. The Rams could have picked him. They picked before us.
they
So
did.
suppose they would have took him. Look, they could have took Ruben
Right.
Bain,
They could have,
and they
and
took
wouldn't
Ty
have to.
Simpson. That's the
Yeah.
only problem I have with what the Rams did. If you're gonna go all in, then go all in.
Ed, I'm telling you right now, when the Monday after the draft,
Hmm.
my timeline on YouTube was flooded with Rams podcast because I do a lot of driving and I listen to all.
Mm.
Sean McVay was not happy about that
He wasn't
trade.
happy. People can say what they want.
They showed his face, and he got to do a little better with facial
Hmm.
control.
Hmm.
You were the head coach. You're the boss on the field. You're not the boss of the team or the
Hmm.
GM. You're the boss of who plays and who doesn't. And that look on his face, I'm like, Sean, you got to do a little better than that. You got to hide your disappointment. You've been there. You lost a Super Bowl. You've won a Super Bowl. Come on, dude. And he did not look happy
You
at
think that's
all.
something? Can you imagine what the arguments were like in private in the room with their executives in it?
I wish there was video of that. You know, it's just landlines. No, it's cell phones, but
Hmm.
ain't no video rolling
I'm
because you
sure it
can't leak
wasn't
that.
pretty.
You can't leak that. You can't leak that. But he wasn't happy about the Ty Simpson pick. But I get all these scenarios. I get them absolutely 100%. But in that Miles Garrett, Rams first, second, and third, I
Hmm.
think the Rams won
I think so.
that. I think they won that, and I don't think it was close. Ed.
Oh, I you know what something I just read
What's
earlier
that?
today? The Eagles was in on it. They was trying to get Miles Garrett, but their offer wasn't sweet.
Defensive line isn't good
Their
enough.
their offer wasn't good enough for Cleveland.
I can't imagine what Howie Roseman and them was trying to offer. We'll give you a six and a fifth for him. How about that?
And
For the
I
best
know
defensive player in the league.
that.
Idiots. Roseman always think he can screw
Oh
somebody over.
man, this
Get
guy,
on my
I would not make
nerves.
any deals with him. None.
I would love him to be my GM though.
Yeah, I would hire him, but
Absolutely.
I wouldn't do a trade with him.
Oh, he is slick. Goodness. But yeah, final verdict. Rams won that, and Miles Garrett is out of the AFC North.
Yeah.
Hooray. Because I don't know what he does against y'all. He has pretty good games against us, but he doesn't wreck shop against us, though.
He when we went to Cleveland last year, late in the year, he
Hmm.
sacked Lamar 4 times
Are you
in one game.
serious?
Yeah, so that helped contribute to his record-setting season.
In both games against us, he had one sack.
Okay,
We got a pretty good handle on him,
okay.
but we had to constantly double him and
Hmm.
sometimes double and triple.
Oh, that's
And
right. The second game, he definitely y'all was trying to keep him from getting the record. I remember
yeah,
now.
and he says the reason Cleveland won is because of all the attention we gave him. I'm
Hmm.
like, you obnoxious
Yeah.
prick.
Oh, he's not a good person. He a great player. He's a great player, but he's not a good person.
And really, we lost to Cleveland because of the attention we gave Miles Garrett. I just thought that was so narrow minded
Oh
and
yeah,
short
he's
sighted for
he's.
him to say
Mm,
that. They beat us.
mm,
They beat us. I gotta give them. We do terrible in Cleveland. Our last 8 games, we're 1-6-1.
mm.
Fine, it is what it is. Y'all even do better in Cleveland than us. Something
Yeah, yeah,
last 8, y'all not 1-6-1 though, Ed,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Mm, mm,
Maybe close.
mm.
3-5, I don't know.
They
But for
gear up for those 4 games, 2 against y'all and 2 against us.
I can't
Okay,
stand going
last
against
place
him.
again.
Absolutely. And I like Shador, but he's in a crap show. I was listening to a podcast earlier today, Ed, where Jim Schwartz was on the Ryan Ripken, Cal's son, show.
Okay, all right.
I don't like Ryan Ripken's baseball, but he somehow got
Mm-hmm,
an interview with
mm-hmm,
Jim Schwartz.
mm-hmm,
And he wanted to wait. I respect Jim Schwartz. He
mm-hmm,
can coach my defense any day, by the
mm-hmm,
way.
mm-hmm.
He waited for the dust to settle to give his
Right,
interview.
right.
And if it was still respectful, he
Mm-hmm,
didn't drag Monken. He didn't
Hmm.
drag the Cleveland. He was just saying how he felt about it, what he was expecting. After
Hmm.
the interview, I even got more respect for Jim Schwartz.
I read a little bit of it. I can agree with. I can relate to what he's saying. Um,
Absolutely.
uh, now, one other thing also
Hmm.
about that before we move to the next subject. I think that's part of the reason also why Miles Garrett finally said enough is enough.
Okay,
Schwartz
I
was
got
his
you.
guy.
I got you.
So when he didn't get the job, now Miles Garrett, he had a no trade clause. He waived it. See?
A lot of players don't waive that. It's a protection for them.
He finally said,
It's a
I can't do
protection.
this anymore. So he went he
My
went to a good
God.
situation.
Oh my God. Okay.
And now Matt Stafford is happy because now Stafford, if he gets a 17-point lead or a 21-point lead, now he's got a closer, somebody that can close the game out. When the other team going to be throwing on, that's another thing too. Miles Garrett is a great player. Mill, for him to get the sacks that he used to get in Cleveland, remember Cleveland never gets big leads on anybody. So for him, how was he getting
He won
sacks?
DPOY in Cleveland, Ohio.
Two.
He's
That's
got
his
two
second one.
DPOYs.
I'm pretty sure. He he
Oh, he
wanted,
does have two.
yeah, that's his second one. They showed the list of Lawrence Taylor got three. I think your boy back in the day, Joe Green, got three. I think.
Really?
He definitely got two. I want to say he got three.
Okay.
Ray got two.
Bray got two.
Uh
It's a
I
couple
think Aaron
spoilers with
Donald
just
got three.
one. Aaron
Hmm?
Donald got three.
Yeah, Aaron Donald
Donald
got
has
three.
three. And be honest with you, by some measures, a lot of people say he should have four.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can't. I mean, you can, but can you give one person four
I
DPOIs?
mean, and JJ got three.
JJ
I
Watt
believe
has
he's
three.
got three.
Absolutely. Yeah.
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 Hmm.
Man. JJ, Donald got three. Lawrence Taylor got three. How many Ray got?
Two.
Two. That's and I'm
But
be
then
honest with you.
you got
That's
a bunch
still
of
a
guys with one.
with one.
Troy, Ed, uh, all of them.
Troy, Ed, Debo,
Hmm.
Rob Wilson got one.
Hmm. Hmm.
Palomalo got one.
Hmm.
Those that
And
are still
Suggs got one too.
Stills
Suggs.
got one too.
Mhm.
Absolutely, gotta mention that number here, don't you? Whatever. But yeah, okay, all right, all right. Look, side note, Jackie's out of town.
Uh-oh. I know you living it up.
I've been in this house by myself since Tuesday. She don't come back till tomorrow, right?
Mm.
Guess what city she's in?
Here?
San Antonio.
Oh, really?
The finals
Oh,
being hosted.
her job, her job.
Her job there for a business conference.
Hmm. Hmm.
And she took a picture of guess who? James Worthy and Robert Ory for Spectrum Sports. Not with them. She took a picture of them. She's
Hmm.
not in the pic.
Hmm.
So she's just like, hi guys. And she's on the phone with me while she waving to him in the lobby of her hotel.
Oh, okay.
Ori got a glass of wine in his hand. And I gotta post this pic
Oh,
to
okay.
our podcast. I'm gonna
Oh, okay.
find a way to do it.
Oh, okay. All right.
She's like, "Hi guys, my husband's a big fan. Who are you guys?" She don't even know who James Worthy and Robert
She said,
Ory
"Who are
is.
you guys?" Oh, okay.
She said,
But she probably saw that they tall. So did she assume that they used to
like,
play?
she called. I was on the phone with her. She said, "Babe, I'm gonna send you this picture. Maybe you know who these guys
Yeah.
are." I'm sitting there watching the Oriole game because San Antonio is an hour behind us.
Hmm.
So I'm like, all right, babe, just send it to me. And I'm looking
Um,
at it. I'm like, are you
I mean,
serious?
not everybody's from the same world. I
I
once
know.
once I met a woman who met Pete Rose and didn't know who it was.
Oh,
Um,
are you
a sister
serious?
actually, she was witnessing to him, and she didn't know, and she gave her experience. Yeah. I met a woman who met Donovan McNabb and didn't know who he was. Everybody, once he left out of the store, everybody was like, "Hey, girl, did you know? Do you know who that was?" She said, "Should I know who it was?"
Everybody's not from our
Everybody,
world. Eh?
not from our
Everybody's
world.
not from our world.
Mm,
Oh man. So anyway, I thought that was pretty
mm.
cool. Sometimes the obliviousness and the innocence of knowing who these guys are is good.
Yeah, how about that?
Everybody doesn't have to know James Worthy and Robert
Hmm.
Horry.
Hmm.
Hey, there's no way. We'd have been like, hey man, take a can you imagine from old heads, 40 and up, which we definitely are in that category, especially 50 and up.
Hmm.
If we see James Worthy and Robert Horry,
Yeah,
even if
yeah.
we weren't Lakers or the many teams Horry played for,
Hmm.
if you get an opportunity to take a
Yeah,
picture with him, you're
yeah.
not turning it
We
down.
like kids in a candy store.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's up, Worthy?
Hmm.
You had the quickest first step in the
Hmm.
80s. You couldn't dribble worth crap.
Hmm. Hmm.
But his first step would snap your ankle.
Hmm. Hmm.
And if he was inside the free throw line with that little half step,
Hmm.
bam,
Hmm.
it was buckets.
Yeah, yeah.
Buckets. And she took a picture of him. Worthy sitting up there going like this. Hold that eye, and I gotta show you this pic. I'm gonna get it posted. Matter
Right.
of fact, stand by. I hope Riverside doesn't get me in trouble for this. Look at this. She took
That's
that yesterday.
that's at the hotel.
Hotel she's staying at. Like, are you serious? Well, babe, who are they? I said, it's too much to explain. I'll
So
explain it to you when you
so
get
her
here.
job, I'm sure they had that scheduled a long time ago. No, but I mean, there was a chance San Antonio would make it to the finals, but that's it's no guarantee.
Yeah, and she's in the healthcare field, so and she
Hmm.
takes care of the ambulatory and developmentally disabled. And they would have
Oh,
some kind
okay.
of conference
Mhm.
where different people from all over the country were converging. So, oh, the internet keeps going out. So they were it was just funny to see her
Hmm.
take a picture of like legends that we saw, grew up
Yeah,
watching, and
yeah,
she had no idea. I just thought that was great. It
yeah,
was just
yeah.
like, well, babe, do you know who these guys are? Click up. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe a little bit. This is nuts.
Mm.
James Worthy is from our dad's home state, and Robert
Hmm.
Horry is from Alabama,
Hmm.
and only has 7 championship rings and all kinds of big shots to help his team win jewelry. That's
Yep.
all.
Hmm.
Worthy got about 4 rings.
Hmm.
Horry got 7. That's 11 rings sitting in that lobby. They should have lines of people waiting for autographs for him, Ed. That's 11 rings. Or he got 7 from 4 teams, I think. The Rockets, the Spurs, the
Hmm.
Lakers. At
Hmm.
least 3 that I know about.
Yep.
Get out of here. The,
Yeah.
the 3 peats from the Lakers, Ori was on 3 of them.
Mm, yeah,
The
that's
back
three
to
of them right
back
there.
for Houston,
Hmm.
Ori was on those 2. That's
Hmm.
5.
Hmm.
The 90s, early 2000s Spurs, Ori was on that team.
Hmm. So that's another two. Mm.
That's 7.
That's seven.
Rascal sitting in the lobby, nobody around him. Like,
Hmm.
what in the world? I just thought that was cool.
Must be nice.
Leave me alone. How about that? Yeah, everybody on I want to be. But now that we on the topic of the NBA, I'm
Hmm.
disappointed after game one. Wemby, I was a little disappointed. It's just game one.
Hmm.
Brunson looked like he had a little bit of an axe to grind.
Hmm.
And all this Wemby talk, and I'm a Brunson fan. I'm not
Hmm.
hating Brunson.
Hmm.
Villanova, he one of these rough and tough players from the East Coast,
Yep.
and Brunson not going out like no punk.
Nope.
He's definitely not. If San Antonio wins this, they're gonna have to earn it.
Mm.
What did you see, and what are your thoughts after looking at game
Actually, I didn't see the game, so
one? Okay,
I
I
on my
did.
way to work uh, this morning, I pretty much looked at it on my phone, all the highlights.
Right.
Um, I saw what you saw. Wemby. It was the same thing against OKC. They did good to survive that series, but Wemby's gotta stop getting pushed around. Man. It's people have his size are pushing him around.
Right.
Um, he should not. I don't know how many rebounds he had last night, but man, he gotta get double digit. He can't be having 6 or 7 rebounds just because guys are building a wall and keeping him from, keeping him from doing what a seven
Getting to
four
the
guy.
basket.
You should get 5 or 6 rebounds by accident if you that
Right.
tall. You
Right.
know. So
I hear you.
what you saying about Brunson is true. He did not come to New York to party. He did not
Mm-mm.
come for the money because he took less money so that they could have better teammates. I hope you're paying attention, Lamar Jackson. Um,
Oh Lord.
he there are some there there are some
You
there
Jack.
are some players in the NBA that want to be close to home. There are some that want to play for a certain city because they have the best strip clubs.
Hmm.
And everybody have their different reasons. Brunson wants to win.
He
I'm
wants to win.
automatically a fan. Anybody that wants
No,
to win.
no question about
He
it.
back like you said, back to back championships at Villanova. He probably won high school championship. He probably won championships when he was a child, in a little rec league or whatever.
Right.
He came to New York for one reason.
And I'm telling you right now, if Brunson beats the Spurs, wins the finals, against my prediction, since this is
Hmm.
being recorded,
Me
I
too.
was gonna put it out. I said Spurs in five.
Hmm.
Nephew said Spurs in six.
Hmm.
Fine.
I I agree.
5 or 6 for Spurs.
6. I would say 6. Yeah. I
Six.
was.
But if Brunson beats them, he can become the mayor of New York.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Bringing a championship as the point guard
Hmm.
in New York.
Hmm. Hmm. A couple of people, obviously we all know people from New York. It's even if you're not trying to, automatically you're going to know
Hmm.
somebody. And we know
Right.
several people who are diehard New Yorkers have told me it was a big deal. Of course, Jeter in the '90s, all those World Series,
Hmm.
Eli with the 2 Super Bowls. But
Hmm.
they have told me if the Knicks can ever win a championship, they'll own the town. They will
And
own
I'm gonna
the
be
town.
honest with you, it's the same thing if the Orioles win the World Series. If
Mm-hmm.
if it's
Mm-hmm.
if Lamar wins the Super Bowl and Gunnar wins the World Series, and it's one table in a restaurant left, who gets the
Yeah,
table?
Gun.
I
Well,
think Gunnar gets the table.
you think Gunner will get it? Yeah, you might be right. You might be
If
right.
okay, wait a second. Lamar has a staunch following in England.
Yeah, that's the thing. It depends on what neighborhood you
Okay.
see, and that goes back to
Lamar
what I was
has
saying.
a
Mhm.
right. I got
But
you.
but but
I got
but Brunson, it's not going to matter what. It's not going to matter if he's in Queens, Manhattan. Um,
you.
it
Brooklyn or
does.
Bronx. Right. Right. Yeah, he played good, got hurt, came back. Wimby looked a little. I think they'll bounce back tomorrow.
Mhm.
Well, it is tomorrow, right? It's not tonight.
Yeah,
I
tomorrow.
want to miss.
Now,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell you something else about tomorrow, real quick. We can. I know you probably want to wrap this up about basketball.
Hmm.
Um, the Knicks not happy with a split. San Antonio better get themselves together tomorrow because
No,
the Knicks are coming there to go up 2-0.
no
Just like
question.
last year, they went up 2-0 on Boston. When they went up 2-0 in Boston, I said, no, they didn't.
Right.
But nobody does that.
Right.
Nobody
Right.
goes up 2-0
They learned
in.
a lot from that series, by the way.
They,
Sometimes you learn more from losing than you do winning.
they are playoff hardened,
They
battle
are.
tested. They not taking it anymore.
Right.
Um, yeah, yeah. And I believe that unless they somehow wrap it up sooner than that. Absolutely. Okay, this year is 2-2-1-1-1. Did you know that?
Hmm. Yes.
Okay, so absolutely by game six. If the Knicks are leading 3 games to 2, that game 6 in Madison Square Garden, they won't let San Antonio out alive. That's the
Yeah.
one. That's the
Yeah.
one they gotta have.
I've been
Finish them off.
watching a
And
lot of.
and and we
Uh-huh.
have heard Madison Square Garden loud before. We will never hear it as
They're gonna
loud as
have all the stars on the front row, Ed.
that night. That night.
All the stars.
I would love for us to be there, boy.
That would be great. Look, what I found. in today's NBA, and it's not just today's NBA. Orlando had a chance to close out Cleveland, not
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland,
Mm-hmm.
Detroit, in
Detroit.
Game 6 in
Mm-hmm. And
Orlando,
didn't do it.
and didn't
Mhm.
get it done. A lot of these teams today don't know how to close out.
Don't know how to close.
So I'm not speaking for New York. San Antonio could be up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They could win the next three and have
Mm-hmm.
Game 5 in San Antonio not get
Mm-hmm.
it done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they have problems closing out.
Mm-hmm.
They just do. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. You're right.
it's
You're right.
so. I was looking at Orlando, Detroit. They can beat Detroit, but I looked at that game. They were tight. They fired Jamal Mosley. They got this boy Sweeney in here now. I don't know anything about him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have time for Orlando locked on Magic to be listening to them right now because it's
Mm-hmm.
still OTAs, training camp, NFL. Orioles are on. My
Mm-hmm.
time is limited.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get into maybe Orlando a little
Mm-hmm.
later on.
Right. Right. Right.
But they fired Mosley and got Sweeney in. I don't know nothing about our new head coach. I don't know enough about. Well,
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree 100% what you just said. I said the Spurs in 5. Maybe I was caught up in a fervor and a hype
Mm-hmm.
of Wemby and how he handled himself against
Yeah.
who they beat. Oh, OKC,
OKC.
the reigning champ.
Oh, and by the way, you mentioned that, the Spurs. Now, I will say this: there's 28 other teams in the NBA besides the Spurs and OKC. All right, Game 7 in OKC, of those 28 teams, none of them would win a Game 7 in OKC. I don't
They
think so.
would.
I
They
think
would.
the Spurs are the only one that, even the Knicks, as much as Brunson is a good closeout guy, like you said, I don't think the Knicks are winning a Game 7 in OKC. The Spurs did it. No, nobody.
Good point. Good point. Look, basketball is like boxing. It's the matchups.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Spurs are a bad matchup for OKC, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't think it's just Wemby.
Mm-hmm. Right, right.
Here's After looking at Game 1, I saw a little bit of it when they play OKC.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what the issue is with the Spurs for me. When their point guard, uh,
For the Spurs,
Spurs,
um, Fox.
De'Aaron Fox, when he goes out, their offensive production dips tremendously. I can see if, like, when Shea Gilgis takes a rest, OKC may not do this, but they don't do that.
Right, right.
Flat. Some teams
Mm-hmm.
can maintain. When De'Aaron Fox isn't bringing the ball up court and you got Castle doing it,
Mm-hmm.
he dribbling it off his foot,
Yeah, yeah. He's
dribbling
not a
off his
point guard.
calf.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
trying to dribble between two play. I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking at the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think their number one off-season issue is. Somebody that can at least maintain the offense while
Mm-hmm.
De'Aaron Fox gets a
After
rest.
Fox.
When Fox goes out,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
who's bringing the ball? They got Wemby bringing the ball up, which is fine, but it takes them out of the paint. I see Wemby bring the ball up.
Right,
This
right.
whole play. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that's cool, but you're not going to do that every time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a twist.
Mm-hmm.
And Fox goes out, and they bring Castle in, and the other dude, Ron Harper's son, is good.
Mm-hmm. I like him.
Ron Harper's son is bad, but hey, he can't bring the ball up. He's not
Mm-hmm.
bringing the ball up.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to press him, and he's going to dribble it off his foot, dribble it off his calf.
Maybe they could use, like Indiana made it to the finals last year, and they had that white boy as the backup,
To
T.J.
Halliburton.
McConnell, T.J.
Oh,
McConnell,
right, McConnell to
the
Halliburton.
other somebody else who can bring the ball up.
To Halliburton.
As a
Right,
matter
right,
of
right.
fact, some games, if I'm not mistaken, they let him, they let Halliburton stay in the game with him and let Halliburton play off the ball. And boy, Carlisle,
Hey,
he's a good coach. He's
you got to
good coach.
change it up. Rick
Mm-hmm.
Carlisle's a good coach. He been there, been coaching for decades.
Mm-hmm.
You got to change it up.
Mm-hmm.
You got to change it up. And Indiana, I don't know what they're gonna do. Um, but yeah, Halliburton busted his Achilles in the
Mm-hmm.
finals.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Yeah, I was watching some report, and then we're gonna move off the NBA
Mm-hmm.
after this. And they had some medical professional trying to explain in today's NBA why they have more hamstring and Achilles and calf
Mm-hmm.
issues than they
Mm-hmm.
did in the 80s and the 90s. He thinks it's because it's less half court basketball. And now today they're doing more running.
Mm-hmm.
It's more fast break and more.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks that not necessarily the 3 point shot in itself, but the
Mm-hmm.
process of running the players
Right.
to
Right.
create the 3 point
Mm,
shot
mm,
and to defend the 3 point shot
mm,
is more wear and tear. In the 70s, 80s, 90s, when you was mainly half court,
mm,
you got beat up and it was bows to the chest, bows to
mm,
the, but you were
mm.
able to play the next
It
day.
was a different kind of
You think the
physicality.
amount of
Mm,
running is wearing Achilles down.
that's interesting.
I meant to mention this a while ago, but and he's a medical professional. He's a doctor. I don't remember the guy's name. He said he's performed. He said he's made so much money just being a doctor for the NBA,
Mm,
repairing Achilles, rehabbing calves, and
mm,
hamstrings, and quads, and all these injuries that come from running too much
mm,
and stopping and starting and lateral. He
mm.
said, when you run half court, you need to be big and strong, but at least it saves you. It was
Yeah,
just crazy
yeah,
the way he said it.
yeah.
He said, the way the NBA is now,
Mm,
if you can take a shot and make a shot like Steph Curry
mm,
from the logo,
mm,
that spreads your defense.
mm, mm,
So you're doing more running to defend.
mm,
You're doing more running to create that shot.
mm.
That's he
Yep.
thinks what's causing ace.
That would. Hey,
Look, he the pro.
that's why he makes the big bucks.
I'm not gonna sit there and argue with him. It's more running. So
Mm,
anyway, that was an interesting take
mm.
on why he thinks there's so many injuries
Right,
in there.
right.
But now it's time to parlay. Come on, Ed, talk to me. I've been waiting for it, Ed. Beat them socks up.
Um, it looks like that 7-3 homestand,
Wasn't a
which
fluke.
really should have been 8-2. That
Absolutely.
that game where Trevor Rogers, who's been struggling, he gave you 6 shutout innings. Take him out of the game.
They were gonna-
Look, look, look.
Hey, they brought it back in. He gave up two-run
Two
homers in
run
the
shot.
seven.
So
Oh,
you were
Jesus.
expecting more than 6 shutout innings? I mean, just take them out of look. If our bullpen is not perfect, but they would have covered 3 innings and a 6-run lead. But now you asking them to cover 3 innings and a 2-run lead.
Right.
So anyway,
Yeah.
so anyway,
No, one run. We were up 5-0. They had
no,
two
six
two
six
runners.
nothing. It was 6-0.
I thought it was 5-0.
No, I'm pretty sure it was. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it was 6-0. And no, you're right. It was
It was
5-0,
5. They
and it
hit
was
two
six
two
innings.
runners in the
That's what it
seventh.
was. You're
Right.
right. You're right.
Right.
But at any rate, he gave you 6 shutout innings. So
Right.
I don't care if the score was 3-0. He
Right.
gave you way more than what he's been doing lately. So anyway, I'm not trying to rain on. It was a good homestand. But what I was about to say was, I think that homestand might have saved Mike Elias' job.
Hey, they're not gonna fire Elias
Yeah.
in the middle of
Well,
the
well,
season.
no, no. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They may not would fire him now, but the decision might maybe would be made now behind closed doors, and then we'll actually let him know that because we spent some money this year, things are not quite going. If think about it, if they would have
Mm-hmm.
went 2-8 on that homestand and kicking the ball all over the place and wild pitches and frustrate Gunner slamming his bat to the ground like he
Kind of
does it,
always slamming it.
yeah, it it
Right.
it 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 could have got ugly. Now they got their mojo back, and now they starting to believe again.
Well, 7-3 on a 10-game homestand, taking 2 of 3 from Boston
Hmm.
at Fenway,
Now they're going
makes
to
us
Toronto.
9-4 in our last 13.
Hmm.
And now we go to it
Toronto,
seems like we play Toronto a million times a
the
year.
division.
It's like I'm sick of Vlad Jr. gonna beat the crap out of us. I'm sick of him.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, he's such a great hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
here's what I got. Here's what I noticed. I've been dogging this guy. Rashad's hard on Adley. Me personally, I think Adley's been injured the past year or two.
Mm-hmm.
There's difference between hurt and injured. I think he was
Mm-hmm.
injured. Last year, I think he played hurt just to save the Orioles catching position.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Basad, who's
Mm-hmm.
really coming on. But despite the pitching doing really well, there was a 6 game stretch where our starters, with the exception of four and a third from Rogers, everybody went over 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like Albert is
Mm-hmm.
because the previous manager, Hyde,
Mm-hmm.
he seemed to be fixed or locked into taking you out regardless of the game in 5.
Oh, okay.
If you're balling and wheeling and dealing
Mm-hmm.
after 5, Albert leaves you in.
Mm-hmm.
Bass 7 and a third. Bassett, not this last start, the start
Mm-hmm.
before last,
Mm-hmm.
6 and
Yeah,
2/3.
he was doing good.
He's leaving the start, and if they will, and I actually like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at like a pre in this 7-3 homestand, 10 game homestand. Of the 10 games, they had 6 starts. Well, 6 of the starters went over 6 innings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay with that,
Mm-hmm.
especially if they're willing and dealing. I got tired of seeing Brandon Hyde take a pitcher out who's
Yeah.
balling
Yeah.
after the 5th inning, and then you get into August 1st, and you're talking about, well, our bullpen is gassed.
Yeah. I wonder why.
There's a reason they're
Mm-hmm.
gassed, Ed, because you
Mm-hmm.
brought him in when you didn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only knock I had against Brandon
Mm-hmm.
Hyde.
Mm-hmm.
You up 3-0, 4-1, 5-3, whatever, and the pitcher doesn't come back out on that mound,
Mm-hmm.
and he just got out like 10, 12 in a row. Let him keep going.
Mm-hmm.
The object is to get outs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Pitches are designed to pitch. So anyway, that was my one of the that's number one thing I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Our starters going more than 6 innings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's not to say of our bullpen. Ed. When we get into August and
Yeah.
September,
Yeah. You're going to
and
wish.
we need Cano in a high leverage or Aiken in a high
Mm-hmm.
leverage, they brought in Kittredge with the bases loaded, no outs, and he got 3 straight outs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna need Kittredge's arm in
Mm-hmm.
August and
Mm-hmm.
September.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Kittredge now. He gave up a run, but we were up so big today, it
Mm-hmm.
didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Gave up okay, Kittredge.
Mm-hmm.
But when he does stuff, see, Kittredge is capable of stuff like that. Somebody, it was either the Blue Jays or the Rays. I think it was the Rays series that we
Mm-hmm.
pulled the Bruins out on. Came in, bases loaded, no outs, and got 3 straight outs. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
man, are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
All that gray in his beard is there for a reason. His beard looked like mine.
Right. Right.
Experience.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. Our
Mm-hmm.
starters are going more than 6 innings.
Mm-hmm.
I think another thing kick-started our winning streak is Cowser.
Is who?
Cowser.
Cowser? Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, when he started banging, we started winning.
Mill, the
Talk to me.
the Orioles have been very afraid to. They don't want to trade Colton Cowser. The last thing they want is for him to go to a team and then all of a
And
sudden
hit
become
40 home
a
runs.
5 tool monster because he
Right.
has speed, he has an excellent arm. We know about the glove.
He can
It's
play
just
defense in
it's
any of the 3 fields, Ed.
it's just the hitting. If he can even hit 250 or 255 in today's that wasn't a big deal back in the day. But in
Right.
today's game, if you can hit
You'll,
250,
you'll take that.
you got a job for life. And then throw in 25 home runs.
Right.
He one year he might actually sneak into an all-star game.
Case in point. Did you see Leody Tavares in center field not go after that ball and it run it? Now, it's easy for me to say, sitting here in my office chair watching the Orioles,
Mm,
but I think Cowser catches that ball. It
mhm,
started a rally and allowed the Red Sox to score a run.
mhm,
Tavares has got a good track on it.
mhm,
and he tries to sense the wall and leaps for it, and it goes over. Cowser gets that. That's. I mean, no
He
knock to Leote.
some guys are
He gets that.
born to play in the outfield.
Hmm.
Cowser last year, they do the metrics on everything. He was one of the best defensive outfielders in the American League last year.
No question. Hey, you preaching to the choir, bro. I love Cowser, and he's sort of coming around to hitting the
Hmm.
off-speed pitch.
Hmm.
And then if he learns how to hit the breaking ball, a
Hmm.
sinker, a curve, or an off-speed, he's a keeper. I think, like according to you too, I think he's a keeper even if he doesn't.
Hmm.
His defense is the reason I think they haven't sent them back down.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? It's funny you say that. I heard when he struggled at the end of last year, he doesn't realize how close he came to getting sent down.
Right,
Um, Now I noticed Albanez is
right,
he's still trying to find some value in Tyler O'Neill. The first 5 or 6, yeah, the first 5 or 6 innings, you let O'Neill start, and then if they bring in the other team brings in a bullpen arm, a right-handed pitcher, then just let Cowser pinch hit for him because you was going to let Cowser come in the game defensively in the later innings anyway, right? So
right,
so it's been kind of working out. It's been
right,
kind of
right.
working out that way.
Listen, I was listening to Mike Bordick, who's in the Oriole kind of network,
Hmm. Hmm.
and he had mentioned something that I really 100% agree with.
Hmm.
It was about Taylor Ward.
Hmm.
He said last year Taylor Ward hit 36 home runs for the
Hmm.
Anaheim Angels.
Hmm.
He's like, Taylor, I appreciate the walks. You're top three in the major league in walk percentage. Great.
Hmm.
But you weren't brought here to walk. You were brought here to hit home runs. And Mike
Well,
Bordick is saying it's helping us and it's great. But 36 to where he is now,
yeah, I
how do
I
you feel
hear
about that?
I hear what Bordick is saying, but did he bat leadoff for the Angels last year?
No,
See,
no.
he's getting on base. He's
Well,
setting.
see, Bordick's response to that is you're not Cedric Mullins and you're not stealing bases.
No, no. But Mill, look how many times he has gotten on. And well, I know Alonso has gotten better. He's heated up. But
Oh,
early in the
hold on,
year,
man.
Mill, he Ward was doing he was setting the table. He was, imagine your wife setting a nice table for you and you don't eat. He
Right,
Alonso wasn't eating.
right,
So
right, right.
so
Neither was Gunner. Yeah, Gunner started off
So
pretty
it's
slow too.
kind of like it reminds me of Juan Soto with the Yankees a couple of years ago. Now he does both. He gets on, he walks all the time, and still puts up monster numbers. But guys that set the table, now it's up to Aaron Judge to come on, man, come on. You Aaron Judge. Everybody keep talking about how great you are. You
Right.
gotta do. What do you want? What Judge does Judge want to come up with the bases empty? No, you want some ducks on the pond, and you
Okay.
gotta, you gotta, you gotta deliver. And so that's the same thing I say about Pete Alonso. Pete, the amount of it happened too many times early this season when Alonso came up, Ward on second, Gunner on first, and Alonso heading to a double play, and I'm like.
Right. Right.
So let's say Ward does hit a home run. Okay, that's a solo shot. It's 1-0.
Right. I got you. I got
So
you.
I
And if
I,
he
I
doesn't lead off for us, who does? Right. Okay.
I,
All
I
right.
hear what Bordick is saying, but
Right.
man, people who have high on base percentages is the reason why they don't bat seventh and eighth in the lineup. They hit first and,
Right.
and second. You got to get on base. It's the whole Moneyball argument with Billy Bean, the movie. I'm sure you saw the movie.
I
It's
love
the
that movie, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, I
Brad
love
Pitt
it
was
when
great in that
but
movie.
by the way, I look at Brad Pitt a lot differently now ever since I saw that movie. I never was. I mean, I never disliked him, but I never
Right.
was a fan. But Brad Pitt, he's cool with me. Man, when he took
Oh,
that
Brad is
baseball
that
bat
dude,
and
especially in Fight Club.
when he smashed that boom box, that was so awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Brad's
said
that
he
dude.
said something I strongly believe in. Y'all in here celebrating after we lost. He said, "You that silence, that quiet. You hear that? That's what losing sounds like. That's what I want to hear. Total silence after we lost a game. I'm sold,
Hey, I didn't know you were a Moneyball dude, Ed. I
man.
remember that movie. Yeah, and Noah, forgot his last name, the
Yeah,
chubby
the
dude,
chubby guy.
who's his numbers guy.
Hmm.
He's
Right.
been in a couple movies there. Yeah, I know you was on down with Moneyball. Get out of here. Just
Oh
I
yeah.
think you know somebody. But yeah, 9-4, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9-4 in our last 13. We go to Toronto for 3.
Hmm.
Uh, what are your expectations? Are
I mean,
you
I would like to keep winning
Toronto's getting
series.
bludgeoned by the Braves, by the way, but that's
That
the Braves.
really. Um,
Yeah,
I
they were
think
getting bludgeoned.
I didn't see the pitching matchups. I would
Okay.
like to avoid their stud, the guy your Savage. If we could avoid him,
Hey, we
or
beat him. No, we beat him up a
yeah,
little bit.
we did, but I wouldn't, go around thinking that's going to be a habit.
And that's tomorrow, by the way. We didn't get no break from going
Yeah, yeah. So that's why they played
from
early.
Boston
So,
to
so
Toronto.
if we have to face Kevin Gosman, our old buddy Kevin Gosman, okay, that's fine. And then I don't really know the rest of that staff. If we can take another 2 out of 3, and like I said, to me, Neil, our season doesn't start until we get to 500. Now,
I
let
hear
me
you.
just say this also.
Hmm.
I don't ask for much, Neil, despite what anybody might think about me.
Here we
I'm
go.
my needs are simple. Okay.
Uh,
Now, there's just one thing I would like. I'm not saying the Orioles have to win the World Series because, frankly, they're not going to win the World Series.
Not this year. No.
I just want them, like we just talked about expectations. I
Win a
just want the
playoff game.
expectations. We was just talking about expectations.
Hmm.
I just want them. Look, you know what I want? September 20th is the Ravens' home opener. All right. I think the Saints come here. All right, that's a beatdown.
So y'all play the road the first 2 weeks?
Uh,
Or the first
well, no,
game? September 20th?
no. I think it's our second game because our third game is when we go to Brazil. So
Oh, okay.
I want to say on the road, we go to Indy, and then I think our
Hmm.
second game is our home opener. I think.
Okay.
So anyway, I was looking at the schedule, and the
Right.
Orioles play that same day. The Orioles play. They here. They Sunday. They the national game Sunday night baseball.
Oh,
I
wow.
think Milwaukee comes here. So you got the Ravens downtown at 1 o'clock, home opener, and the Orioles Camden Yards. And you was born and
And
raised
that
here. You
game
know how
usually
close the
starts at
stadium.
2 something.
So that type of excitement, that type of buzz, that's the type of thing that I'm. Even though that's way in September, I'm looking forward to that. That's all I. I mean,
Milwaukee in town and a Ravens home
I
game.
do not want when that
Woo.
day comes. I don't want the Orioles to be 14 games out of first place, under 500 and
I got
struggling
you.
and
I
discouraged,
got you.
and then
I
and
got
then
you.
everybody stops watching the Orioles and they shift to the Ravens. I don't want that.
Well, you know what? I love your projection
Mhm.
to that. I don't think that's going to happen.
Mhm.
I see something in this Oriole team. The same reason, the same thing I'm going to see in the Ravens and the Steelers.
Mhm.
When you get a new voice,
Mhm.
a new way to see things, we got off to a little bit of a slow start.
Mhm.
And it was our starting pitching.
Mhm.
Shane Baz was getting banged.
Mhm.
Bassett was getting banged. Bradish was getting banged around. But you know what those three guys are doing? Well, with the exception of uh, the Toronto boy, Bassett,
Mm-hmm.
yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
His previous two or three starts have been great.
Yeah, it's been better.
But Bradish, Young, and Baz have been straight balling.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Bradish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 2 years ago he was fourth in Cy Young voting.
Yeah, yeah.
So when he got roughed up in April, I didn't pay that any attention.
Okay.
Bradish heats up as the weather heats up,
Mm-hmm.
and he does good against the Yankees, which is personally important to
Mm-hmm.
me.
Mm-hmm.
He does good against Aaron Judge. It's something about that matchup. So I really like Bradish
Mm-hmm.
because of that. But with that being said, the slow start, I'm really not surprised. I wanted to see how they bounce back. I don't think this is a fluke, Ed.
Okay.
I really don't. I'm wearing this, wearing that
Yeah,
matching hat.
I got on some on.
I say you do. I don't think it's a fluke. I think we take two of three from Toronto.
All right.
I don't even know on our schedule who we play after the Blue
After that,
Jays.
yeah, I didn't look past Toronto.
That's fine. We'll get to that because we still got to run a National League gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
We still got to get the Dodgers, the Padres,
You know
the
what? I think
Brewers
we go out west. I think it's a road trip.
out to LA and San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Or
what this?
Seattle, or one of those, something
Yeah,
like that.
this is big boy baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go do it. All right. And Shohei is out here looking like Nolan Ryan. Have you
This guy.
seen him? His ERA, he has the third lowest ERA in Major League
You need a
history at this point.
magnifying glass. I
He's up
can't
there
see.
with Juan Marshall. He's 0.74. Are you serious? And he can hit.
You said you don't think the Dodgers are going to three-peat?
And that was
Is
just my heart speaking.
okay.
Cut me some
All right.
slack, man.
All right.
Come on, man.
I mean, I'm not rooting for him. Hmm.
He's 0.74 ERA. He think this slow pitch softball? He pitches a bunch of 5 and 6 year olds.
You you know
Jesus.
one unfair advantage the Dodgers have besides the fact that they have gazillions of dollars
Mhm.
of money.
Besides this, I gotta
Besides
hear it if
that,
it isn't this.
they are under less pressure than the Yankees are under way more pressure than the Dodgers.
And that's funny
Even
because they've won the last two.
but the thing is, Mill, even if the Dodgers lost the World Series, see, Derek Jeter would lose the World Series, and he still was pissed. Derek Jeter was like Tom Brady. But if the Dodgers lost the World Series in LA, people say, "Oh, well, that's no problem. What do you expect them to win it every year?"
I wish I could disagree
so
with you.
so
The mentality is different out in the
yeah,
West
yeah.
Coast. Man.
So
Oh
they
my
are. See,
God.
Kyle Tucker can go there and kind of struggle, and I guarantee you, he's not facing on sports talk radio what he would face in Philly or Boston
Or
or New
Houston.
York. You know, I,
King Top? No, he wasn't. He was in Houston. He came from the Astros.
he was with Houston.
Yeah. Houston. I don't know
Big
what
big
that
city,
media
but it's a
side.
different kind. It's we know who the hotbed cities are in
Mm-hmm.
sports. So they
Northeast,
when
Yankees, Red Sox, be more, Philly, the Mets. You getting grinded down to a gear in them
Chicago.
cities.
So when they step to the plate, the pressure is just not the same. It's just not the same.
And I didn't think about that. LA is a little bit more relaxed than the East Coast. They are. They're a little bit
It's
chill.
if they lose, it's you know
Well, we'll just try again next year.
hmm? The
I hate
Yankees are up against it. Aaron Judge feels it when he steps to the plate. He has a tremendous amount of pressure on him, and he hasn't been able to have that Reggie Jackson moment. If he could do it, he would be king of New York.
Yeah, but he may have to have it outside of New York. Man. Like if Aaron Judge went to the Dodgers or the
Oh, he's not
Padres.
going anywhere.
Oh, he's a Yankee
No,
for life.
actually, I think when they locked him up, I think we talking several years. No, he's married to New York. As a matter of fact, they gave him the C. They gave that to Thurman Munson. They gave it to Jeter, that captain. No, he's a Yankee. He a Yankee
To
for
the
life.
city. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, captain.
Orioles gave it to Cal. Right. I got
Team
you. I
captain. He is not going anywhere.
got you. Okay. Can you imagine if Judge wasn't a Yankee? They will burn that city to the.
As much as they complain about him, but they want to see Aaron Judge.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I have no debate to that, Eddie.
Hmm.
Hey, love. It was good seeing you this week,
Yeah,
Eddie.
as always a
Where
pleasure.
you at now on the job? You still downtown?
Actually, going across the street, Hopkins is bought everything down there.
Yeah, it's
So we
called
finished
Hopkins,
that.
Maryland. It's not
Yeah, we
downtown.
we finished we finished that project, and now there was an old building directly across. I don't know if you're familiar with the Mama Mia's pizza joint right there across the street from where we're at now, directly across the street on Monument Street, Monument and
Y'all
Broad.
bought Hopkins bought Mama Mia's out.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. I mean the pizza place is just has been there forever, but
Oh
there's a
wow.
there was
Okay.
there was an old building uh, across the street from the Mama Mia's,
Oh okay.
and that's where we're at now.
Parking garage, more hospital space. What
No,
they
no,
doing with it?
yeah, it's going to be something. They're going to use it for something, either rehabilitation or just whatever they want to use it for. Buying up people's houses, asking people nicely. And people, some people are smart. They held out. There's one a guy told me one lady he knew. Um, they bought her house and bought her a house somewhere just to get her out of. They want it all.
God,
They want it all.
it's called eminent domain. Now, don't get me started
Mm.
on these pilots. Boy, I tell you, it ain't tricking if you got it. Well, hey, we're gonna go ahead and end this episode on that. It's always a pleasure to
Yep.
see you.
Yep.
Uh, say hi to the family for
Yep.
me,
We'll see you
Jackie.
too.
I pick her up from the airport tomorrow evening around 9-10 p.m.
Oh, okay. All right.
Uh, during the finals game, unfortunately.
Right.
But it
Right.
don't matter.
Oh.
It don't matter. Yeah, she flying in from San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to get into the group text.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about changing the format of this podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna talk to you, Shad, and Percy,
All right.
and it'll be for the better for all
Okay.
parties involved.
All
And we're
right.
gonna switch the format up a little bit because
Gotcha.
lately it's just been me and you.
Yep.
So we're gonna I'll communicate with you guys
All
with it
right.
and let you guys know what's
Appreciate
up.
that.
But
Yep.
say hi to the family,
All
Eddie.
right. We'll do, man.
See you,
Thanks a
Eddie.
lot.
All right.